just to go type some create one project. With that project, where we can use, how can we use, and when we can use these kind of things I have to cover. And at the same time, I'm covering what are the interview skills also. On the companies are expecting interview skill, interview point of view things also I have covered here. These are the my track, something we have to explain for the Angular stack development. And next one is the Node.js part. Node.js is a second part why I am choosing here. Basically, for a backend is required for the front end connection. So front end connectivity, but backend connectivity is the main core thing. Otherwise we can't able to push our database things into our front end side area Angular UI. So Node.js is coming to a 15 days of course content. In this 15 days of course content, how we can create a API call and how to create a CRUD operations using Express.js. That is a web framework. Using web framework, how we can create, how we can optimize, how we can consume the API calls into our front end development. These two will be covered in this nearly 35 to 40 days of course. So how we can cover with Node.js, Express.js framework, everything will be covered in this course content. So this is the way of structuring part we have to explain. After the complete the course and you guys are confident, then I jump into the project structures. Basically, I'm explaining with the project structures, but practically I'm giving the tasks in one project, screens and tasks to the you guys, and up to you. And let's see the progress one by one within a 10 days of period. So you guys are okay without doubts or something. You can create one shopping cart or small mini projects like calculators, something like to one single pages, based on single pages, booking projects like traveling projects. That is the way I have to explain that. And as well as in the similarly, once the course is completed, I have assigned the tickets or something tasks for you, and you people use that and try to make the time and choose the tasks. Based on that, you can complete the your project in 10 days. And after that, I will provide a one complete project for your practicing thing. Wherever you go, it will be useful. That is, one is shopping cart project is available for me, and another is healthcare domain project also is available. So a basic structure completely there, then I will provide you guys. It was more helpful you to if you the complete course is completed into 2 months of time, later on you don't have any knowledge on that. Once you get into the any company, you have any source code is there, then it is easy to use, and it is easy to spend up more time in the practicing way. That's what my complete intention. Once the course complete is done, I will provide the project complete structure. Basically most of the companies they are using the boilerplate of code with this kind of structures only. So I will provide that. And mostly I have covered basics and as well as practical and some part of theoretical knowledge only, because otherwise the what is component, what is pipe, what is child relation, why we are using directives, these are these the question marks. So sometime I'm bit explain the things with detailed explanation, and why we are using, when we can use directives. Angular structure is there, the complete structure I will provide in the course. Everything I have to cover. That is the way. So don't bother about that. That's completely practical oriented. No more things in theoretical structure like the similar. We were going to Hyderabad. There's a class structures are, that is some other way. But in my training tutorial, I don't want to spend that much of time to explaining things. A complete day will gone off. So I'm explaining the practical task. That is the way I am explaining that there's some theory. Some explanation, not a theoretical, some explanation will be giving to you. And everyday class will be available in record sessions. So once the class is done, you people download the record session and use that. and you don't need to write the note things. Just you can use the recording session. Based on the recording session, if you have any doubts, then you can ping into the Skype or WhatsApp group. I will respond to you guys. That is up to you. It's a basic part I am explaining what the course content within 60 days. A 60 days period that is completely belongs to this kind of project thing. And before that, I'm generally explaining why I'm creating this board, assigning you people here, like a project, because everywhere you have to go in some company, in every company, they are blindly follows agile methodologies from past 5 years back onwards. So that is this is also like agile methodology project. They have creating a project, story points, assigning story points, assigning tasks. That is the way. Because you are familiar with this thing, then you can if you go with some other projects, it's easy to access and adapt the situations. That was my intention. I'm assigning the task based on your names in the project, everything. That is the way I have to explain. It is familiar to stack development and in office developments also. So that is the part of core knowledge in here. And some bit of explaining why we are using agile methodology, because time to time deliveries, time to time tracking, and time to time what the tasks and tracking and continuous development, continuous integrations will be, everything will be possible with the agile methodology. Once previously we are comparing with waterfall, these things, the agile methodology is easy and tracking is more easy, and project management is completely as a drastic change in previous methodologies right now in with agile methodologies. So one scrum leading, and scrum lead will take care over the project things with what we had today's tasks, what we are going to story points, everything will be covered with this board also. Next upcoming tasks I will show you how they are going to done. Okay, that is the main intention also. Who are new into the already the companies, who are worked in companies, they are familiar with this kind of projects, but not okay. Yeah, this is the structure of these things. And also in the complete course content, I will be showing how we can host in AWS EC2 mission, these things. I will explain this bit, because once the project is completed, we need a host and publish things is required. So that is the reason I would explain everything to you guys. How we can you host into the server, and how we can consume that into the from outside. That is the part, and I would explain everything. So in this course content, I will explain this. And also CI/CD technique, continuous integration and continuous development part. How we can create a Bitbucket things, how we can access the Bitbucket, Git, Git commands, how we use the Git command to save the structure. Everything will be covered in this course. Don't bother. These are the complete bonus things. I don't need to pay anything for that. So that is the part of the course what we have covering in this complete 2 months of period. This is completely summary of that. If you any doubts, you can ping me personally or some in group. I will explain. This is the complete course content we will be planning for these 2 months. Okay. Regarding course complete, coming to next topic, regarding course content, everything. Do you have any doubts? Can you please ping me, or can you please ask here? Yes, you don't have doubts. Okay. Okay, I'm jumping to the main topic. What is mean? Why we are using mean stack? I will explain the bit. because it will be useful to you guys. Just sharing that knowledge. Actually, this is mean stack development. Just I'm creating one structure for you guys for explaining things. In mean stack development, what we are using for front end and what we are using for back end, which one is the database management we are using. These things I have to cover with this some pictorial diagram. But so mostly some long descriptions are there, but I'm just write one pictorial diagram for just a bit of explanation things. Why we are choosing this. Nowadays, if you go with any front end technology, I mean, if you go with any sites, something, yeah, basically these products are there complete, these products are completely, these are will be pushing from database. Okay, that is a backend where we are pushing the data, that is called a backend. But we what we have shown here, that is UI, complete UI part is a front end. Okay, this is the way they are dividing with front end and back end. That is the way they are dividing, because if you want to see the instead of this one with some other things, just we can push it from a backend panel through a database, I mean through a Node.js thing. That is the second part, secondary part I will explain. Basically this is a front end, this front end using Angular or React. Okay, so here in the mean stack, the firstly the front end guys, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, these four technologies will be covering in this front end. This is basically developed by HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Angular framework. These are the dependent technologies for front end completely. Because why we are choosing these are things? Because HTML, CSS is the HTML is the browser dependent, and browser will be if the browser is rendering anywhere, the HTML is required. That is the main thing. And JavaScript is a lightweight client-side technology. It was be easy to render here, and lightweight. There is no server dependencies here. Just directly we can browser can detect and browser can use this part. So this is the main intention they are using the JavaScript part. So complete lightweight and faster moving, they are choosing the front end technology as a Angular, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap. Why we are using a Bootstrap? Bootstraps is for this kind of purpose. And also no need to complete CSS classes or writing. Just using the Bootstrap, you can compatible with mobile, tab, or something Windows devices. Based on that, depends upon the size, width. We are using this part. That is the main concept in the Bootstrap. Why they are using Bootstrap for the front end technology. Coming to the back end, in the back end technology, mainly Express Web Framework is using for Node.js web server. This is a bit confusing. Basically, for this creation, this thing and everything will be supplied from API call. API means application programming interface. The API call will providing everything as a JSON structure. So through using those JSON structure, the items will be rendered here. That is the main concept. What is JSON? What is Express Web Framework? And coming to the classes, next classes, I will explain bit of bit everything with this front end and back end. Why we are using MongoDB? Why we are using MySQL? So these are the best, currently the best trending technologies to learn. Okay. Firstly, I'm just clarifying this. Angular is a front-end framework where we can see this is the complete front-end part, and Express.js and MongoDB's Node.js web service complete API part. I'm just showing in Postman API calls, how the API calls are rendered, these things. I'm just showing. Yeah. Generally, we did it for a API call the previously. This is the one of backend using the Node.js server. Just we can check it here how the JSON will be rendering. Based depends upon the JSON. We are pushing the data in front end. uh, Generally who are not familiar with the API these things, it is a bit difficult to understand, but I will in coming upcoming days I will explain everything. This is the just I would explain the structure of things, what is front end, what is back end, from the back end what we expecting from the for the front end. So for the back end thing we are developing this JSON through a Node.js server, this JSON. So just I would paste it here how the JSON structure will be providing. See, this is the JSON. Everywhere the API call providing this, this is the JSON. This is API call, application interface program. I mean, this is the API call. This API, using this API call, the front end will be rendered. That is the main intention. Okay. So the structure is looking like this, JSON structures. Children and relation type and everything will be available. That upcoming classes I will explain what is JSON structure, what is how we can call this API call. This everything will be explained covered in Node.js part. And before the Node.js part also I have covered API things, so that's what the main basic thing. uh, Everything will be covered. This is the JSON structure. This through a JSON structure the front end will be rendered here. Next, and for the we are seeing some data here. See, some data, banners, types, categories, type icon, slug, everything in product category. Here we are seeing here where we can get this data. For this reason, we are using MongoDB as a database management. Okay, because huge data is there, we can get the data, save the data, edit the data, update the data, these complete operations through a Node.js web server, and these operations will be effected in MongoDB database. Through a MongoDB database we can save the data as a documented oriented with index structures. That is the main topic. And in the MongoDB I will show you the MongoDB how it will be structured. This is MongoDB Compass. In upcoming days, I will explain you how we can install, how we can see, how we can connect to the database, how we can connect to the MongoDB cluster. Everything I will explain. Just for the sake of information, I will showing you here. Currently, I'm seeing this is the code product categories. Okay, here the product categories table I have created already. Yeah, see, product categories table already I have created. Okay, these are the things I already have inserted through a Node.js. Simply, this is the category name. This is the things I already have inserted. See, 7 objects is there. Everything here I have updated the data with the Node.js server. Complete data will be available here in the MongoDB. I'm getting the data through using the API endpoint, and it will be rendered like as a JSON structure here. See, 7. What is fruits, vegetable? See, category name is fruits and vegetable. See, category name is fruits and vegetable. This data will be rendering as like a JSON here using the API call. Okay, it will be affecting here as a fruits and vegetable. In the fruits and vegetables, we are categorizing this is the way fruits, vegetables. This is completely front end structure. This this is completely backend structure, and through a backend structure database management through MongoDB, as this is the collection. The complete part I have covered, but who are not familiar, it was a bit difficult to understand. That firstly main focus, the front end is, this is the front end. What we are user interface. This is completely customer interface. Customer only check and come to the this interface and buying something, everything will be possible, but customer doesn't know about the what is backend. So but as a developer we knows that what is the backend. So that is the backend technology we are implemented as using the Node.js server with the MongoDB database management. This is the secondary part. This is the first part will be only useful for customer oriented and user interface part only. The second is backend is completely you are the developer who are a maintenance. That is the you are creating the database calls. You are pushing the data into the front end. The front end is not responsible the backend data. Front end only responsible for checking the show the data. The backend is responsible for only operations. What are the operations? Add operation, update the operation, and edit the operation, and delete the operation. Everything will be responsible from backend only. The backend operation depends upon the backend operations. The data will be pushing to the front end. This is the way the communication will happen in the Angular and Express Web Frame, like a front end and back end with a database management. This is the way the complete structure will be available. I think it would be understandable or not. Can you please, guys, ask the question? This is the way I'm just. This is completely a small demo thing only. What is the process is going on with the front end and back end? How the database is managed. Coming to a mean stack developer, these are the prerequisite and basic knowledgeable things to learn. Mean means and M means MongoDB, because how we can create the database, how we can create the tables. This completely covered in MongoDB structure. M and E for Express Web Framework. How we can create this API call using the Express Web Framework. That is the second one. E means A means Angular. Angular in the sense you saw that website. This is the website we can create using the Angular. Angular is the front end technology. In this front end technology, CSS, HTML, JavaScript, Bootstrap will be covered. With this help of these technologies and the languages built into the front end development or front end user interface. Complete user interface will be built by these things. That is the second part, and these are the two will be combinedly we can call it as a mean stack development. That is the call mean stack development. Guys, if you familiar with the name mean stack, this is the main summary of the mean stack development. Once you guys are mean stack developer, the many opportunities right away in the global in complete worldwide is a famous mean stack development. So Angular is a famous. It was already released in version is Angular 11, and Node.js is also a most powerful technologies nowadays. Everyone is small companies or big companies are choosing this Node.js as a web server. So many opportunities is there, as well as so much of learning enthusiasm and much easy to learn and upgrading the day by day with most of the people are choosing Node.js as a web server things. This is the main basic summary and class contents, and these are the covering contents and as well as the project structures. Yeah. Do you guys any doubts? Can you please ask me? I will explain a bit as my trying.
No, at least I mean for the time being we are good. It's clear somewhat.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah, this is the part of just like a demo. I didn't go through much in this classes point. Once the class will be started, I'll explain everything. Is you people see this right? The board, what are the board is there? I'm giving invitation to you guys. Day by day, everything the class has like a complete training structure way. what the 1 year 1 hour deadline with the class, and 1 hour tasks also available. People choose the tasks and try it and add some screenshots. Every day I will assign the tasks, and myself those tasks will be, I have attached what are the screens we need to today discuss, those are, and also attach the videos, everything in the every task, it will be available in the board. So easy to check. Once you guys are familiar with that, easy to check, and I will invite you guys in this board. So no need to write something is there, just completely paperless thing will be available through a, if you go on through any reference things will be, the project is available. That is the main concept to creating this board. Yeah, yeah, that's it today from my side. Any questions, please ask me. Okay guys, I will leave for the day. Is it fine, right? Everything cleared, huh?
Yeah, everything is okay, not today at
Okay,
least.
thanks.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.